Well, hello everyone, and welcome to a new project. And this one is going to be an interesting one for both of us because I'm going to be working on this estate gourd calabash. This is a carved gourd calabash that I picked up in an eBay lot. So I actually bought a lot of 10 pipes, including this, specifically to get this pipe because I really have never had a gourd calabash and I've been intrigued by them. And just sort of looking forward to learning more about them, learning how to appropriately restore a pipe like this. Now this one is in really good shape, so I wanted to start off with something that wasn't a complete disaster and see how we do with it. So anyway, I think you'll enjoy this series because you'll be learning along with me. I know very little about this, as you're about to find out as I take you through this pipe and talk about what we have here and what we need to do. So starting back at the stem is mounts through one of these tapered mortises directly into what I believe is a plastic bit. I'm not really sure of this material, but it doesn't feel like it's ebonite. The stem is ebonite. The mortise and tenon fit is quite good, quite strong, so there's no concerns there at all. As I'm cleaning this, I'm going to need to be very careful not to in any way disrupt this surface because I want to maintain that nice tight fit. The stem itself is in very good shape. It shows very little evidence of being smoked. Actually, it is pitted from oxidation and there's some scratches, but I really don't see any evidence of tooth chatter on this. A little bit on the underside. So this has been smoked a few times, but overall this pipe is really rather clean, and I don't think it's been heavily smoked. This is heavily oxidized, which is unfortunate, but it'll polish up. It won't be a problem. But that oxidation is not a sign of wear, it's just a sign of age. The plastic tenon here, or ebonite tenon perhaps, I will polish up using the same methods that I would use to polish up the stem. The gourd itself, it's a carved gourd. I don't know very much about these, so these are, for those of you that don't know anything about them, these are actual gourds that are grown in this specific shape, dried, and then trimmed and made into pipes. These are, I suppose, similar to when briar has a pit or a flaw in it. They will carve the briar and rusticate it. This is what happens when you rusticate a gourd, so you get these carved patterns in it. Some people find it to be much less attractive than a smooth gourd, and I could understand that. But it's got some character, and I like the feel of it. So we'll need to be cleaning that up. It looks like it might be kind of dusty in spots, and my plan right now for that is to just use a toothbrush and probably some mineral oil. I don't know if this can be buffed. I don't know if this will take a carnauba wax finish. That's something that I'll just have to be researching. The cap is a porcelain cap, so these come, well actually you can get, now you can get briar caps, you can get meerschaum caps, which is what I would like to eventually get, and you can also get porcelain caps, which this is. The cap is sealed to the top of the gourd by a pressure fit with a cork ring here. We'll talk more about that in a minute. The cap itself is in very good shape. The inside shows evidence of having tobacco combusted in it, but other than that there's just a little charring around the rim. I think this will clean up quite nicely, and one of the benefits of it being a porcelain cap is that I can be a bit more rough when I'm cleaning this up and not have to worry about damaging the meerschaum. You can buy meerschaum replacement caps for these. They're $35, $40, which I might consider depending on how well this smokes after it's all cleaned up and finished. But for now, I'm gonna give the porcelain cap a try. So one of the most important things from what I've gathered when buying these estate gourd calabashes is to check the integrity of this cork ring. And I don't know if you're really going to be able to focus in. That light isn't really helping you much. There is, let me get a little pin so I can point here. There's a line that you can see here between gourd on the outside and cork on the inside. And this surface right along here is cork. And it's actually in very good shape. The cork ends right at that point. So that line that you see right there is the border between the cork and the gourd. It's in excellent shape. The fit is very tight. I don't see any signs of cracking or seams or anything, so I think we're in great shape. The challenge is going to be cleaning the internals of this, and honestly, I don't know if that is a horrible looking inside of a gourd calabash or if that's exactly what I'm supposed to see. It looks pretty awful from here. It looks like a tunnel down into the pits of, well, I don't want to say where. But it may just be the natural interior of the gourd. So I'm going to do some work with that. Probably soak it with some Everclear. I've got some scrub brushes that'll actually get down in there and see how they work. Being careful not to do anything that's going to damage the gourd, or in particular damage that cork seal. And hopefully be able to get a sense for how much of that is loosened, can be loosened, and how much of it is actual gourd material. And we'll take it from there. So it's going to be an interesting challenge, some things that I haven't dealt with before, but I don't think anything that we can't tackle. And the nice thing is, if you're interested in following along, you'll get to learn along with me some things about the gourd calabash. Any information that I can come up with as I'm going through this process, I'll be sure to share with you. They're fascinating pipes. They have a long history that I don't know much about, but they're certainly an older version of a pipe, and they apparently have extremely good dry smoking characteristics, because you get the tobacco combustion taking place up here, but then you've got all this space down in here for that smoke to cool, for the liquids to condense out of the smoke, and by the time you've got it up to this stem, what you have is supposed to be a very cool, dry smoke. So I'm really looking forward to getting through this project and giving this guy a try. So I hope you'll join me. If you haven't subscribed and you'd like to keep up with the project, please do click the subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, I thank you very much for that, and I hope you'll, in either case, enjoy the remainder of this series. If you'd like the video, please click the like button, and if you have any comments at all, if you own a gourd calabash, if you know anything about the maintenance of these pipes, if you just are curious about them, let me know. And if there's any specific questions, I'll try to hunt down the answers for you, because in this case I sure don't know them. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the process. I hope you'll all enjoy, and I will look forward to talking to you again soon. Take care now.